Today I got a 1990 Volvo 240. Problem with this car is intermittent, no start, stall, or a start then stall immediate. Now, these cars can store codes. The diagnostic connector behind the left strut tower has its own jumper wire. You put it in terminal number 2, press the button for a little more than a second, let off, it'll flash a code. There's a 1, pause, there's a 2, another long pause, and a 1. So I have a code 121. And if you do it again, see if there's another code. Has a 3, 2, 3. So I have the, make sure there's no more. Looks like I'm back to the 121. So I have 2 codes. Use my handy dandy notebook. And if I look at my code chart, the 121 is check airflow meter or O2 heater resistance, but I have a single wire O2, and a 322 is the airflow meter hot wire. Just doing your basic checks. When this car would not start, it's so intermittent, I don't know if I can prove it, but the pulse width of the injector on time, maybe between like 2.5 to 3. This would be stuck at 1 millisecond. I'm on the 20 scale, and it wouldn't start. So what we did is just pulled the air cleaner housing back right here and sprayed ether in it, and it would continue to run on ether. So I knew immediately I didn't have a spark issue, and even though I graphed the crank sensor, which I'll try to give you a picture of. Here's the crank sensor graph. I don't like the way it's not all the same amplitude. It kind of tapers all the way up to the reference point. I have it, it's an AC signal. I have it back probed at the connector. If I pause it, and you look at it, look at the movie, you can see it just gets taller and taller until I get near the reference part. There's a number 1 reference point, then it starts going back down all the way down to probably about 2 volts, and then all the way back up to 5. Get back up to 4.5 or 5. I've seen this on another Volvo before, and it doesn't change when this car acts up. So I'm not going this route, going on blah blah blah. I didn't like the signal, but it never changed. So I headed towards the fuel end. So we checked, of course, fuel pressure to make sure. Bounces a little bit, but I'm at 36. So well within range. Like I said, it would run on ether. So decided to head towards the fuel control side and see what's controlling the injector on time. Short of RPM, your main input is the mass airflow sensor, which is what I am graphing on the top here real fast. And I also and graphing it on my older Vantage just to get a better look at it. That should not be happening. I'm simultaneously graphing the injector and the mass airflow sensor. You can see the mass airflow sensor going all over the place. It's at 20 milliseconds, so it's going to be tough to see on the mass airflow side, but you're looking at, on a 20 millisecond scale, my pulse width is maybe 2.5 to 3 milliseconds, and then when the mass airflow sensor goes crazy, you see that spread open and tighten up, so it's responding, the computer's just responding to it. And graphing the mass airflow on an older Vantage here, you can actually just see what it looks like at 2 seconds, just to get a better picture with a 5-volt peak. It's fuzzy here. So when it acts up, you can see what I'm dealing with. There's one there it goes. It's going crazy. And that's what's causing my problem. The brand new sensor. Aftermarket junk sitting down in there. So I'm going to have to get another one. When it comes time to clear the codes, hold the button for 5 seconds, the light should come on. Let off, light should come on after about 3 seconds and stay on, and then hold it for another 5 seconds. And the light should turn off. And now code should be gone, so let's try it. Hold it for a little over a second, light off. Got a 1. Got a 1. Got a 1. The triple 1 is a clear memory. I think that's the way they word it. Check real quick. Triple 1, no faults. Memory's clear. Like I said, this one has a new mass airflow sensor in it, and it at least ran, but it has this intermittent stall no start condition. So I don't know if these codes were there before or after. So I'm going to replace the mass airflow sensor and it should be fixed.